They hot like pepper, but every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout. Mayegun la wa mo to do.
Hello there.
Mayegun la wa mo to do.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining me from. It is Mayegun live. Just for those of you who are catching this live, the time in the UK has changed. So 8 p.m. UK time is 8 p.m. Nigeria time. So wherever you are, all over the world, I don't know if you have to sort of move your own hour forward like us or backward. I don't know. But whatever the time is that you use this with Nigeria, just check the time right now. This is going to be what we are going to have for the next 8 months or so before the time we change again. So share this broadcast if you can hear me loud and clear. Also, I have been battling with audio settings, especially because I'm kind of playing around with a new streaming software. However, this is our regular software and medium, so there were some changes. Please let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. That is the second change. Having said all of that, I miss you too. Just for those who are yet to say it. I have been away for the past 24 hours. The last time we met here was 48 hours ago. A lot has happened since then. Read the caption of the broadcast, the description as well. Share it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. And all you have to say while you are sharing or tagging them is that Mayegun today. Olu is currently in Senegal, part of our story. But what should have been the highlight of, or what will be the highlight of the chat tonight is going to be to raise more awareness on the increasing divisive rhetorics, which we now figured and found that the government and the politicians in Nigeria are those behind most of the divisive conversation and rhetorics that are coming out of the Nigerian media space. So for the last time, can you please confirm that our audio is perfect, like is sharp, like crisp? Now, for the last time as well, have you shared this video? But today, I know that too. Like I said, I have been playing about with lots of stuff just to make sure that finally you can sit down comfortably as you are right there, right now, and you can enjoy 3 hours moment with Mayegu, where the sound, the calls, the audio, everything is like in tune, including the leads, everything is syncing. Here you get, I am doing my best behind the scene to make sure that your time with Mayegu is always worth it. So good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you as well, from wherever you are joining me from. It's sort of a bittersweet chat, but let us take the bittersweet, the cherry on it tonight, among many other things that we've missed on. And please, if you are a recent subscriber or follower of the Temple of Truth, let me tell you something. You are on a platform that is totally different from what you probably are used to. Okay? Here, we are not just pointing out the problems of Nigeria. I think anyone can do that. Anybody can talk about, from your own personal experience, you could talk about Nigeria's problems. All right? And only few understands the problem. Also, for those who understands the problem, only few understands how the problem really affects them. So this is the platform where that is the sort of, the effort to make you understand when they say children were kidnapped, children are kidnapped, or somebody stole 100 billion, or, government is trying to for a cover up, right? They decided to sacrifice lives of innocent people. Now, here is a place where you will understand the problem. You will know the problem as you probably did know, right? So you know the problem better. You will understand it. And you will also know those behind it. By all of this, you will be able to kind of make what we believe an informed decisions when you are dealing with Nigeria. Do you understand? And to achieve that, right, we also have another unique way of going about it, like I am doing right now. So it can be like a storytelling. Sometimes it can be a little bit, here and there, you can have a little bit of a digression here, digression there. And it has been working. And I promise you, I am yet to see anybody who says it's boring on Mayegun's Diary Political. I have heard people say it is scary to listen to Mayegun. Some said it makes them sad for what they have discovered. And here is not where things or stories are made up. These are already publicly available information. But only few actually understands how much this affects them, whether they are the supporters of the rogues in charge, all right, or they are the opposition to the rogues in charge, whether you are living inside Nigeria or you are outside Nigeria. Do you understand that? Whether you are rich, even if you are poor, which majority of us are, here is a place you understand why. And if you are one of those who they have managed to plant the confusion where things that don't really matter are the things they ensure that you are dissipating your energies on, why things that really affect you, things that kill us slowly, are completely neglected. And there is never any unison of purpose among the Nigerians and the Nigerians. The Nigerians are those who lie to themselves that Nigeria is still redeemable. And for those who were probably wise enough to know that Nigeria is not redeemable, but the only redeem that Nigeria can get is to peacefully, where we are renegotiating this contraption, to peacefully go our separate ways. It's a tough one, isn't it? So understanding your problem is not enough, okay? Knowing how much of it is probably through your own making, enablement, or where you have always wanted to be politically correct. So like I said, it's a unique way of bringing everyone into that subconsciousness where your thoughts are clearer with less distraction and confusion, which is what these criminals do. They plant doubts in every fact. They plant doubt. And since they can plant all those doubts in your mind, then they replace that. Once you open up a little bit doubt, then they stock it up with, tribal this, ethnic that, religious this, social class that, things that are completely irrelevant when it comes to the sharing of the consequences of all this bad government. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Here is another one tonight. For the veterans, the regulars, there is a saying that, Mayegun, let's go there, which means let's open the old veil on whatever happened in the last 48 hours inside Nigeria, and how much of this you know or you didn't, or you don't know, and how much of this actually are those things contributing to whatever you think is wrong with Nigeria today, or might be wrong with Nigeria today. To some of us, right? Do you know that we believe with evidence that even though a lot of you will say Nigeria is not working, this country is not working, this country is, in fact, honestly, this place is like, no, calm down. Nigeria is not working for you. And listen to me, this is not a religion matter, okay? This is not like me cursing you or something. No, you need to drop that nonsense now. This minute, you need to drop it, okay? Nigeria is not working for you. From time immemorial, Nigeria is a business enterprise. We won't stop reminding you. And there are evidence to that. Nobody is loyal to Nigeria. Like, yet to see the proof of anyone who is loyal to Nigeria when they are in charge of Nigeria. From the time of the colonial masters and mistresses to the stooges that took charge, your own leaders or dealers, it has always been turn by turn Nigeria Limited. Once they say it is the turn of the North and a Muslim, that doesn't mean that people from the northern part of Nigeria are going to enjoy the wealth of the land. No. It is not that the people of the northern Nigeria are going to enjoy the best economy. No. Those who uses that term, they use that for as their own meal tickets, and it has been working for them from generation to generation. When they tell you that it is the turn of the Yorubas, it is the turn of the Ijaws. They are not telling you that the Ijaws or the Yorubas or anyone whose region has presented the leadership in Nigeria, and they told you it's your turn. None of you from that part of Nigeria can come out and say your life was better or is better than the other part of Nigeria, even when your own people are in charge. So, has it been working for your own people who have been in charge? Yes, it has been working. Have you not seen that your politicians from every part of Nigeria are richer than the states they come from? Yeah. The states will be so broke, they can't pay salaries, they can't pay this, they can't pay that. Yeah? But the payment and the wealth of those who have been in charge of those states, those regions, they run into hundreds of billions. And they have succeeded in replacing themselves with so many stooges proxies that are milking the system on their behalf, whether they are there or they are not there. So it's been working for them, but it's not been working for the common man. Unfortunately, if you look around today, look at majority of those who are in charge of Nigeria today, from Sokoto to Benue, from Benue to Abia, from Abia straight to Oyo, from Oyo to Osogbo, Osun, from Osun straight to Bayelsa. Go and look at some of the people in charge today. They are never people who are in charge or their family members in charge. These were also the common people, ordinary people. They were ordinary people 30 years ago. Some of them were like ordinary people like you and me 20 years ago. As recent as 10 years, as recent as 10 years ago. But what happened? When it got to their turn, what did they do? They did like those before them. So if anybody is kind of telling you that the politics of tribe, the politics of religion, the politics of ethnic, and all of those things that you dissipate your energy on, they are in your interest, then you are a Nigerian, and I hope you heal. Okay? You heal. These are the people who blame other people for what they have been part of and so scared. And they want everybody to also be scared of trying something new. But in my own book, sometimes you let people experience what they wish for and what they pray for, even though while they do, there are other innocent people who actually don't want that will fall victim, of course. But at the end of the day, experience, they say, is the best teacher. And we hope that they will learn and they will. I mean, you will heal. So there is no tribe, there is no ethnic, there is no religion. And like I said, doesn't mean that they will say, okay, because this person is a Muslim, or the Muslims in Nigeria, oh, you need to see how they are enjoying. In fact, people are converting to Islam now, because if you really want to enjoy Nigeria and the person in charge of Nigeria now, all Muslims are enjoying. You know, if that is the case, right? I mean, as much as like that would be a little bit favorable, because that means when Christians are in charge, right? Everyone who is a Christian too, that means everybody will just have to change their religion every 4 years or every 8 years. I mean, like somehow you can say you are benefiting now because you are this, but no. The baskets of the poorest people in the world, which Nigeria continue to fill up because of corruption and terrible bad government policies, systemic corruption, okay? If you look at the baskets, you will see everyone from every tribe or every religion, even people who don't get religion, inside the basket of that multi-dimensional poverty. So do you understand where I'm going with all of this? Not yet, Abby. That's okay. Consider that the second part of my TED Talk. Okay? So let us go to the business of the day. Well, partly the business of the day, where the news came that the bandits, they call them, but they are Fulani terrorists. They took 30 children from a village inside Katsina State and they have released them. For now, details of how they were released is completely shrouded in secrecy. But what really happened was that these guys entered a village, a community, right? And they slaughtered as many people as they could, as the time would allow them. And on their way, they took specifically 30 children. I'll go look for that name of that village. So the village is called Kasai Village. In the local government called the Basari, I think it's called, yeah, Basari local government area of Katsina State, right? So the community is called the Kasai Village. Kasai Village is a place where these terrorists acted or operated yesterday. But before that, on Friday, the news didn't probably make it to the public until Sunday. Now, on Friday, the school children as well as students who we heard were coming back from Calabar, okay, into Delta State. So they are coming from Calabar, which is the across River State, where they school, where they are schooling, home for Easter. And on Friday, which is the, what do you call that again? Good Friday, right? So that was a Good Friday. And they were kidnapped in Delta State by what would they called gunmen. And I call them terrorists. The police in Delta State has confirmed this, but they do not have the exact number of people kidnapped. They said their minibus that they were traveling in was attacked. The driver escaped, and every passenger in that bus was taken. Now, the police said that the kidnappers haven't really made demand. Fine, it's not it. They wait for them to make demands. And negotiation will be made, and, after all, after that, once the ransom is paid, they will be released. And then the police will say they have been rescued. It has always been, right? Not that they are going to go after them. So they said these people have not made demand, but they are investigating. School or students. Some children were taken. They were not in their schools. Probably the children that were left behind by their parents who ran for their lives when the terrorists attacked. So these children, ranging, according to them, they said they were ranging from between the ages of 7 months to 11 years. They were so young. And they were released. That's the news this afternoon. And in Nigeria, this is another thing, right? In Nigeria, they have laws against terrorists, but they are not using the laws in the most terrorized region. Now, we have two types of terrorists operating in Nigeria: the official one and the unofficial ones. The official ones, there are those who are armed and there are those who are unarmed. For the unofficial ones, they are all armed, but there are also those who have taken it upon themselves, okay, to speak for them. They are also an unarmed version of this terrorist. Now, you see the armed version of the first part of the terrorists operating in Nigeria, the unofficial one rather. You have about 5 of them that have been made public. But according to them, they said they have more than 100 different terror groups. They would rather call them bandits. Sometimes these terrorists actually fight themselves over territories. You have heard them that terrorists fight over territories and they kill themselves. Now, these unofficial terrorists, they also actually eliminate themselves. And the Nigerian military will take the glory and say, well, so people have killed their leaders. Now another people are in charge, okay? So you see this armed, unofficial terrorists, where you have the ISWAP, where you have ISWAP 1, ISWAP 2, Boko Haram 1, Boko Haram 2, all right? And then they call another one GAP or GIP or something, right? Anyway, these are 5, but they said they are more than 100. Now, the unarmed part of the unofficial terrorists are where you have a Sheikh Osama bin Gumi, for example, okay? Where you have what's that guy's name again? that Tukor guy, Nama Abimana Tukor, that guy, the publisher of Herald newspaper, the one that they said is behind the Kaduna Abuja train attack, the terrorist attack. Mana or something, that is his name. Then you also have the part which is that of the Fulani, they call them the Miyetti Allah. They are partly armed, but mostly, media. The official terror group in Nigeria start with the Presidency of Nigeria, your service chief, which is the hierarchy, the command of the Nigerian military, which includes the Air Force, the Navy, and the coast, all of that, even the police. These are sort of the weapons fashioned against Nigerians officially. Okay, so the military are conducting